Hello, I'm Clips, and today I'm going to show you how I turned these cute little frogs into a horrible centipedal amalgamation of flesh and sinew. Stay tuned. So my friend recently gave me these frogs as a gift. They are awesome little fidget toys. I decided I wanted to sculpt them into something a bit more horrific, as I usually do. Whenever I'm doing a project like this, I usually start by doing some kind of sketch. Speaking of frogs, check out this cover that my friend drew on my sketchbook. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to name this thing. Frog centipede, frogipede, centipog? Man, that's terrible. Here I'm trying to just figure out how I'm gonna lay out the frogs in a way that makes sense. I wanted a kind of serpentine look for it, like a snake. Oh yeah, and I'm also gonna put some tadpoles on the top of the body as well, cause why not? Here I'm just laying out the overall structure of the frogs. And now I'm gonna use this handy dandy hand drill to drill into this frog. Don't worry about it too much. Wires from paper clips make great armature supports. More drilling. Man, on like a replay, this kind of makes me look a bit psychopathic, doesn't it? It's fine. So here I'm using some epoxy putty, some green stuff and milliput, and I'm just kind of coating it over the armature wire. Once that is done, I start bulking out the piece. These things are called color shapers. They're really good for sculpting. Really lets you smooth things out and make it amalgamated. Adding on a bunch of flesh lumps on the top here. Presumably that's where the tadpoles come from, maybe? And here I'm just adding a bunch of veins to really tie this all together, quite literally. Okay, here's how it's looking from the front. And also from the back. I forgot to record this part, but after a night of letting it rest, I then used some liquid green stuff to soak into the cracks and blend everything together. And then I hit it with a quick primer. I basically just sprayed it all black and then sprayed it with a little white from above. Okay, it's painting time. If it isn't obvious enough already, I don't really know what I'm doing, and even more so for the painting side of things. Instead of me floundering with explanations, how about a little lore? The name I ended up choosing for this creature is Buffonipede, after the term Buffonidae, which means true toad. These creatures are connected via a viscous luminescent substance. Skin contact with the substance causes feverish hallucinations for several days. During this time, subjects who touch the skin report collectivist realizations. They realize that they are a small part of what is essentially a large, networked organism, though they can't explain it very well. Actually, you know what, I'm going to explain a bit of the painting, because this is where it starts getting a bit unhinged. I learned this trick from Miss Ka's videos. Instead of using a dry brush, use a watercolor pencil. It kinda works. I'm also using a Posca paint marker to really add out the highlights in the eyes. And also in the other places, but I'm gonna, temper it down a bit by brushing over it. I wanted to do the same thing with some color markers as well. I only had this huge one, so I had to kind of use the edge of it. Anyway, where was I in the story? Oh yeah. Some of the subjects who touch these toad-like creatures end up escaping. Translocators that are able to track their position indicate them to be deep underwater, somehow still alive. Researchers in charge of the experiments do not know why this is the case, but advise against touching the Buffonipedes. And that's it. That's how I made this horrible weird thing. This video was heavily inspired by Quadratrash, or Paradiso as they are known on YouTube. They make amazing videos and I'd highly recommend them. I'll link it in the description below. In any case, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't touch one of these things anytime soon. Take care.